Please do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and like this video. Thank you so much for understanding. If this is your first time and you are seeing this face for the very first time, my name is Milton, and today's video I'm going to be talking about a university in Austria which is open and accepting applications for fall intake, right? So if you intend to apply for fall semester, which is the semester that begins in September, then you should apply up to April next year of 2023. All right, for those students who need a visa. So I'm equally talking to all international students. Now, equally understand that in this university in Austria, there are different application procedures and different application requirements. All right, and equally understand that they have various degree programs. They have foundation programs, they have bachelor's programs, they have master's programs, they have PhD programs. And for you to apply to any of these programs, there are various requirements or various things you need to have in possession before you can apply to any of these degree programs. Now, without wasting more time, let's go straight and see what requirements we need first of all before we go to the degree programs available, and after that we are going to look at the tuition fee available for you to do the payment. Before I start the video properly, please understand that this university is not a public university. This is a private school in Austria, and equally remember that I have always said on this channel that private universities have a different tuition fee, which means that you may be charged more than the required 363.63 euros that we all know that you are going to be charged for public universities in Austria. So therefore, stay tuned and keep watching. Now, when it comes to the bachelor's degree programs at this university, before I even continue, what is the name of this school I'm talking about? The name of the university is called Modul University. Modul is MODUL University in Vienna. All right, this is a private school like I already told you, and for you to apply for a bachelor's program, you need to have basic high school certificate. All right, that is the first document you need. That is to say your WAEC, your O levels, your WESE is okay to go. Now, for you to apply for graduate programs like a master's degree program, you equally need to have a bachelor's degree of minimum 3 years of studies, all right, and an English proficiency. Now, they equally have MBA programs, and for you to apply for an MBA degree or program, you need to have a bachelor's degree program, or let me say you need to have a bachelor's degree, and of course with some professional work experience equivalent to 4 years and an English proficiency. If you come from a country where English is not the first language, and if you come from a university that was your program of study was not in English language, you equally need to show that you have in possession of an English certificate like the IELTS score or the TOEFL score, or you show that you are capable of speaking, or you are able to speak in English, or you can understand and write English perfectly. I hope you understand. Now, for the doctoral programs, or if you intend to apply for a doctoral degree program at this Modul University in Vienna, know that you need a master's degree equivalent to let's say in a business field or probably in a social science area. All right, because it all depends anyways. If you have doubts when it comes to the requirements, I would suggest you contact the admissions officers, because there are links on the platform that you can equally reach them. And check the video description box. I will drop some links there for you to verify, so that you can equally go directly to these officials. But if you have more further questions, drop them in the comment section of this video. Thank you so much for understanding. Now, when it comes to English requirements, applicants who are not English speakers, or who do not come from English speaking countries, or whose education was not conducted in the English language, all right, need at least 2 years, all right, or let me say need an English proficiency, or needs to document that they can speak, write and understand English like I told you before, or you just provide your IELTS score equivalent to band score 5.5, all right, with none of the sections below 5. So this is the limit. Then if you are supplying your TOEFL score, it needs to be 65 and not below, all right. Or if you have the Duolingo, make sure you submit a Duolingo of 85 points, all right. That is what you need. Now, if you are studying or applying for a program that is like an MBA program or a PhD program, you equally need to show different band scores with regards to these exams. And height is 6.5, then your TOEFL should be 88, then for Duolingo you should have 112. So the degree levels depends on what you submit, or what you submit depends on the degree level you are applying to. All right, now how are you going to do the application process for Module University? There is a link, an online link. You are going to click on the link and it's going to direct you on how you are going to do the application. Please do not forget that there is equally an application fee payment you are going to pay to this university. And how much is the application fee? It is 50 euros. Remember that most Austrian universities, most of them, all right, will always ask you for an application fee of 50 euros. So if you do not have an application fee to pay, or if you don't have the money, make sure you go and chase universities that do not require you to pay an application fee. I hope you understand. I'm smiling because I know what some of us will come and say. So please, what is the difference between a 3 years and a 4 years BBN study program? A 4 years BBA program is specifically designed for students whose career aspirations are for like the international hotel industry or for the hotel industries. The program offers an additional year to study during which focus on putting on operations, or let's just put it this way. If you want to study a program which is 4 years but different from a 3 years program, understand that you want to go directly into the job market and it's more focused on how operational the stuff are, or training equipment, more of vocational training. I want you to understand. All right, so if you are doing something related to, let's say if you want to study something related to the kitchen, of course you are going to do it for 3 to 4 years, but probably 4 years. All right, because it needs you to go operational, especially to learn some of the basic things and the techniques you are going to be using to operate in the kitchen sector. All right, because it's more of professional. All right, so that is what you should understand. Now let's take a look at what are some of the things you need to submit alongside before you go in for an interview, because like I told you, this university is a private school, and of course you are going to be going in for an interview at the end of the day when your program, or let me say your files, are being looked into. There are things related to a motivation letter. There is equally something called the reference letter. Someone was asking me what is the meaning of a reference letter, and I was like somehow shocked. But I understand not everybody knows these things. If you want to apply for universities in Austria, understand that some universities will ask you for reference letters, while some will equally ask you for motivation letters, while others will not even ask you at all. Alright, but remember that reference letters means that people have to quote that you are capable of doing this program. Because if someone doesn't recommend you, it means that you are not equal to the task. So that is why they are asking you. Remember, it is a private university. Alright, so you should expect something different from a public school. Alright, most public universities in Austria will not will not charge you the same rate as private universities. Now, let's go straight to the tuition fee section. We don't want to waste a lot of time. Like I told you, this university is a private university, and for foundation programs, remember I mentioned foundation programs at the beginning of this video. Now, if you are studying a foundation programs, being it in business or in tech, you should understand that tuition fee per semester is 6,816 euros. That is per semester, not per year. Okay, so if you are applying for anything like a BSc in applied data sciences, you should expect to pay 6,900 euros, or a BSc in international management, same thing, 6,900 euros, or a BBA in tourism and hospitality management is same thing, 6,900 euros. But for a program like Bachelor's of Science in International Management in Professional Experiences, you are going to be paying 6,500 euros and some few cents. Alright, I'm not mentioning the cents because I believe you are equally going to go through the university site to verify. Then BBA in Tourism, Hotel Management and Operations, alright, is going to cost you 7,020 euros or 7,200 euros. Sorry guys. Then for professional bachelors, alright, there are equally like 300 plus, or for they pay that one per ECTS credit unit. So you have to verify the program website to know what is happening. All right, then there are various small commissions that you are going to pay money that can be removed from your tuition fee, or you are going to get a reduction in terms of scholarships. But in this case, I would advise you that if you are applying to this university, first of all, try to ask the university if there is a scholarship available. Because I know someone who applied to this school and she got a reduction of around 800 euros of his tuition fee. But I do not know if it was per the year or for just that semester. So make sure you ask them to verify before you apply, or probably apply then you ask them, because I believe they can still give you a scholarship depending on your qualifications. And of course, there is a section on the university's website that indicates that if you apply and your results are good, you can equally get a scholarship. Now, taking a look at the bachelor's degree programs available at Module University, you will notice that there are program or contacts for program coordinators, and the various programs available at BSc level include data sciences. All right, there is equally international management, there is equally international management with professional experience, there is equally tourism and hospitality management. All right, these are the bachelor's degree programs available in this university. And let's take a look at the master's degree programs available at Module University. If you take a look here, you will see that, or if you click the link in the description box, you will notice that they have masters in management, all right, and there is equally masters in international and tourism management, and of course there is another one in sustainable development. So I would say that please make sure you verify all these programs to know which one really suits you, and also know that the specializations are not the same. All right, now when it comes to specializations, you are the one to decide with regards to your tuition fee, all right, which specialization you are going to go in for. Now let's take a look at the documents you need to study in Austria. I already specified before that you just need to present your WAEC certificate, your WSS certificate, your O levels and your advanced level. Then probably they are asking for a motivation letter, you need it as well. In case the program needs a reference letters, you ask your references to supply the letters to you. And of course your international passport, you need it very well, because that is the travel document that you are going to use to travel to Austria. Now we already talked about the tuition fee. Let's talk about the residence permit application. If you are to apply for a student visa, or let's say the residence permit to Austria, remember that you need money in your personal bank account, and this money has to be equivalent to around 12,000 euros. Remember, equally lad, your tuition fee in this university approximately is going to be around 7,000 euros. So that money in your bank account that is going to be around 12,000 euros still looks very small. But at the end of the day, that is what the embassy says you need to have. So if you ask my opinion, in a university like this, that tuition fee is above 6,000 euros, you should make sure that you multiply your tuition fee for 1 year before you demonstrate your final bank account to the embassy. But the problem now is, are you going to get this tuition fee for 1 year and the money that the embassy is looking for 1 year? Is it possible? At the end of the day, just look for the money that the embassy is looking for, you put in your bank account, because if you move to Austria, of course, you are going to still work. You still need some small incentives to support your studies, all right? So I believe if the embassy sees the amount of money, 12,000 euros in your bank account, they automatically understand that you are going to be paying your tuition fee from this amount of money, and it is not going to be a problem. But this is a private university. Remember, most of the times we talk of this amount of money in your bank account, and we refer that because we are dealing with public schools in Austria, which normally cost at least 363 euros per academic year. So, or per academic semester, sorry. So now you are dealing with a private institution and you must start studies with less than no time. Make sure that the money you are putting in your account is equivalent to the amount for 1 year before the money the embassy is looking for. I believe you understand what I mean. So that you shouldn't get complications at the level of the embassy when you are applying for the study visa. Alright, I believe this is okay now. Before you even apply for the student visa at the level of the Austrian embassy, remember that you need to undergo legalization of your documents. Most of your documents, or let me say the documents you are going to be applying for the student visa, needs to undergo legalization. And in most of my videos I have been talking about how to go about the legalization and what is the procedure, and I equally said Nigerians, Ghanaians and Cameroonians, they have almost the same procedure. So you can check those videos I did some months back and verify if the procedure is the same. And if for those of you Ghanaians and Cameroonians who still have doubts about the legalization procedure, please verify the embassy website to know what it entails. And remember that you must act very fast because there is no time for anybody wasting a lot of time. Remember, the embassy will not wait for you, but you would rather wait for the embassy. So please make sure you put in the work and do the necessary stuff at regards to the embassy. Until we meet again in another one, I will talk about most universities or some other universities that will be opening very soon against October or April or October intake. All right, till we meet again in that particular video.